Are you ready? You think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
Welcome to another episode of Heels Forever podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Edelman, alongside my co-host, Brody James. Brody, how you feeling?
Great, bro. Great. Happy we got to get this nice Friday night pod in. Special edition Friday night episode of Heels Forever podcast.
Yes, special edition season finale. We're going to take a little holiday break.
There you go.
Come back the night of the Royal Rumble. We still have some things up in the air that we're working on for you guys. But we'll have video, which is, what a lot of you are asking for. So got to give the people what they want, right? So we've got a lot going on, Brody, on Raw last week. Product keeps getting better and better every week, and it's building up this PLE to be very, very good, and I'm loving every second of it. How are you feeling going into the Rumble? Has anything changed for you as far as maybe the matches, that you thought were going to happen that may not, or do you have someone else winning the Rumble now?
I mean, I don't know, bro. And I think that the fact that I don't know makes me love it even more.
Yes.
I have no fucking idea. I try and scenario it out, but I can scenario out anyway, between whoever's in the main card right now, and top billing. So I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting around to see. They didn't give us any PLE in December, so which means that they didn't really want to spoil anything beforehand. They didn't want to come into the Royal Rumble showing themselves. So I'm curious. Let's see. We got Raw Day 1, which you said was a heat lineup, and then I seen it a little bit after that. You said that.
Yes.
What else? I feel like they rolled a few things out.
Yeah, so they're doing Day 1 for Raw, I believe, and then I want to say SmackDown is doing New Year's Evil or something. Let me take a look. Hold on. What the Yeah, I don't know. I know it's like New Year's Eve, something. One of the older pay-per-views that for some reason I can't think of.
New Year's Revolution.
Yes.
Yes.
And then NXT is doing one as well on the Tuesday, but
yeah, they were wrestling all week that week. I was like, really?
Yeah, and it's gonna be, like I said, with the card for Raw already. It's gonna be one of the better non-premium shows for sure.
I think they're taking a page out of the old WCW playbook, being maybe not everything we do has to be on a PLE, but we can give you great cards on a Monday Night Raw here and there when they matter and when it's, nationally televised, like when it's, like New Year's Eve or fucking, Day 1, New Year's Day.
Yeah.
So, well, and it fell in their lap this year too. Like it was right at the top of the week.
Yeah, and the thing for me too, it's like to have me engaged on a Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown in the main event, and I don't know which way it's gonna go. Like, no, usually you could be like, okay, we're on Raw, we're on SmackDown, that title's not changing hands. But as of right now, it's kind of, anything goes. So it's getting very exciting. On Raw, we started off, let me see here. On Raw, we started out with the Miracle on 34th Street fight. R-Truth going against JD McDonough. Like
Best
I said
return
before,
so far, bro. Best return so far.
Oh my gosh! Like every time this dude's on TV, I don't want to miss it. Um, they had a little segment beforehand, and R-Truth, he was like, "Loser leaves the Judgment Day," and then R-Truth
Interesting.
beat JD McDonough. So
Minty, so he's out of the Judgment Day?
I I don't know. I would love to see R-Truth in the Judgment Day. I think that would be fantastic, even if it just is like
I
kind
like
of
it
the
the other
same
way
thing they have
around.
now.
I like it the other way around. I like JD McDonough being in a tag team with R-Truth, being able to be playful and share, building a character because he's good in the ring. I'd rather
True.
him go with R-Truth and get that kind of screen time, kind of
Kind of
bring Truth
develop the
back a little
character a
bit.
little bit.
Fuck yeah, bro. And because he looks like he could be a funny motherfucker. They have him
Yeah.
in something that's very serious, but when you see him in the ring, he's not like stiff. He's not like serious. He flies around the fucking ring, bro. He's a great wrestler. So
But
I
I
think they should go
think
the other way around.
the only reason I disagree is because I feel like just his size, um, to have him be in that funny role, it kind of automatically makes you a jobber. So, because he's
No,
not very
bro.
big, and I mean, let's be real, the only one who's doing anything right now that's kind of that
It,
same size is Chad Gable. Like anybody else they have on there, they're just there to
another
get their shit
another
kicked out.
fumble of the ball. Another fumble
Dude,
of the ball.
don't even get me started.
Guys, money, bro. Guys, money. Listen, I mean, how many? Like, not everyone can have 10, 15 minutes a night. So, like, I always understood that too. Like, and I
Mm,
appreciated whoever the fuck was booking Raw back when I'm like looking at it right now with Austin and Rock and whoever was booking this, who managed to give everyone time because from the beginning to the end, you just enjoyed every character that was there. So,
right.
he,
Yeah, and to me, you have him, especially after the Gunther saga that they had. Even with losing that, you kind of build him up as somebody that can go one on one with Gunther at any time and could potentially win. So why not take that opportunity to now build up that team of him and Otis and kind of put them in the title picture again? I'm not
hundred
understanding
percent,
not
and they
understanding why
sell,
they're a
bro.
tag team if they're never going to go for the gold. It doesn't make
Kenny, they
sense.
sell too. Like that's when I see Otis and fucking Chad Gable on the TV, bro. I'm like, oh, no doubt. Otis, I always liked because to me, he's like, this is such a horrible reference. It really is. I just I can't draw one right now other than that. But it's like a Doink the Clown kind of thing. Like when you see Otis,
Yeah.
you know what you're gonna get. Not that Doink the Clown was anything fucking special. What I'm saying is like when there's a character there, there's someone like
Yeah.
Otis is not going to be someone that's he's not in shape. He's not whatever top billing's going to be, but you can build a fucking character around that, bro. And the people love this guy, bro. When they let him speak, it
Oh,
was
for sure.
mint. Yo,
Well,
bro.
yeah, and it's like every time you have Otis, like you're just getting big man pieces of fucking meat getting slammed over all over each other. So, especially you're getting that and you're getting the fucking worm. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
Like,
but we also got the worm back in the day with Scotty Too Hottie and all them, and it was entertaining. Like that's what I'm saying. Like about Otis, but not that he needs to be going for the fucking heavyweight title, bro. But like
no.
you have him paired with a guy who is money in the ring. So let the tag team be, fire and ice. Let it be like a not that the name, but I'm saying like let their
Yeah.
personalities be opposite. Let them fucking, they wear the same gear. Like that's big for tag teams, bro. I feel like a lot of people are not doing that. Like we
Right.
said in another episode.
Yeah, so I, I kind of hope we'll get more into the tag teams in a minute, but I, just hope they figure something out over there. But moving on, we did have Gunther and the Miz IC title rematch again. I fucking love these two together. I don't like. I wasn't a fan of Gunther before this feud, really. But the way he's been going with Miz, it's definitely kept me interested in what's going on while they're in the ring. I've never, kind of been in a bored situation with them. So I love it. I wish they could do this once, twice, three times a month. Um, Obviously, Gunther ended up taking the win. They're not going to have him lose to the Miz, which they should. But do you think this is the last time we see Miz and Gunther one on one, or do you think we're going to run it back at the Rumble?
I think that whoever was booking it should have seen that this would have been meant for like Rumble to Mania style for
You
the
mean that,
Miz
like the
and for
span in
Gunther.
between and then kind of build
Yeah,
up at Mania?
bro. Yes.
Yeah,
This
I
was
would agree with you.
like Miz and Gun, but like I don't think they know what they had. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't have booked this, so I can't really shit. Like I shouldn't really be like, oh, they should have booked this. I didn't. I don't think anyone knew what they were getting when they put these two together, bro. To be honest, because
Yeah, I
as a booker, you don't see it. But then they get in the ring, and the Miz is good on the mic. He's trying to draw shit out of Gunther, and Gunther got better on the mic, even fucking with Miz, bro.
mhm.
And then the in ring. Remember when I told you on the other pod the I forget which PLA it was, maybe Crown Jewel. Like it was like, you know, the match itself was storytelling. Like this guy sold for Miz. Like
Mhm.
and when you're trying to build a guy who hasn't been beaten in fucking how long, but he's in there selling like a motherfucker, and you really think he's gonna lose that, bro? That's money.
Yeah, and dude, I've seen like the way his chest is just like fucking swollen from just
Chops.
taking the slaps. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah. Correct,
Like
correct, correct.
the man takes some shit. I'll give him that. He's starting to grow on me too, but I still am ready to see the fucking title change. I don't just give somebody else the belt. Let this guy go beat Roman now and end his streak and make a streak twice as long. You know? Do you what do you think is in the plans here? Do you think that they're gonna give him a shot at the heavyweight title, or do you think he's just gonna continue this reign with the IC?
I mean, eventually he's gonna get to the heavyweight, bro. But I like him being at the IC. Like I said, I would have liked Drew McIntyre to swallow his fucking pride and go grab the fucking IC belt from Gunther in at Mania.
Yeah.
That would have been minty. Like that would have been, bro. Let's go. Like the IC title's fucking back. Or put him and Miz in like a ladder match. Like let it mean something for the fucking IC title the way it used to be. Like spark that interest, bro. At one time, the IC title was my favorite title in the whole company. I didn't
Oh,
give a
for
shit
sure.
about that fucking winged eagle, bro.
Right.
That like whoever held the IC, I was like, all right, this is the next guy, bro. Like this is who we're rolling with. And there's just no prestige in that anymore. And I think Gunther himself is bringing it back, to be honest. But they need to have him in someone there that's gonna mold him, kind of like Miz, yes, but it needs to mean something, bro. Like let
Right.
AJ Styles come down and feud with him. Imagine Gunther and AJ Styles in the fucking for the IC title ladder match at fucking WrestleMania. Come on, bro, at the link, fucking Philly. Let's go.
Yeah, and that's the thing I was gonna say too. It's like, back when I was in love with this sport, um, I just remember being a kid and Jeff Hardy had that IC title, that
Oh, bro,
the Earth
the new one,
world looking
the I
one,
mean
like
the
the round one. You know
yes,
what I
yes,
mean?
yes, the right after the one that we love. Right after
Yes.
the original IC title, the rounder belt that Triple H held for a minute, and then
No,
it
that's
went
the
to
one I'm
Jeff
talking
Hardy.
about. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about too.
Correct.
But like for me, it was like because Jeff Hardy had that belt, I was like, I don't give a fuck about anything. I was like, obviously, I was still in on the Rock and Stone Cold too because everybody was,
Yeah, of
but it
course,
didn't
bro.
it didn't mean as much to me because I was like, man, Jeff Hardy's
We
just got it.
knew
He's got to win.
we knew that was going to be heat. But the matches Jeff Hardy was putting on was, just
Insane.
I'm watching old shit right now, bro. I have old like it's the Rock versus Austin now. I'm on like obviously YouTube changes, but I've been watching the older stuff to try and figure out what made me fall in love with fucking wrestling, I can't fucking pinpoint where they went wrong, bro, because it is different now. I know times are different now, but I mean, like, where's the fucking Titantron, bro? Like, where's the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
there's
man.
certain
When
feels that you want
and like
for
the
wrestling.
SmackDown stage and all
Oh,
that
bro,
shit,
come on.
bro. Yeah, and that's the thing too, and it was kind of I want to say it was around the time I stopped watching it. Honestly, I don't even think CM Punk was there yet for the first run. But I just remember like they kind of went to a cheaper setup, and everything just kind of started going down from there, and I took a break from it, but it'll get better eventually. I feel like we just have to give Endeavor a little bit of time to kind of right the ship, but I think it's going in the right direction. And I think Triple H being at the helm of all of it with creative is going to help them in enormous amounts of spots.
I agree. I think this whole division should open up. And I think, like I said, bro, I think there's too many fucking chefs in the kitchen at the top. right now,
Hmm.
right now, going into Rumble, going into Mania season. You don't need 8 or 10 top guys going into fucking Mania season.
Right, and
What you
that's
need
the
to do is
thing.
let them go for other shit and then see, you know, where the fucking chips lie.
And the problem is too, because they have all those guys, sitting at the top. It's like there's so many of them out of those 10 that could easily be the IC champion. Like, it would make sense more than it would for them to win the heavyweight championship at this point, just because, you have some storylines that are going to hold precedence over others, especially CM Punk and Rollins.
Punk, Rollins, Cody, Roman aside, Drew, Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Let's just put the Judgment Day in there as a whole
Mhm.
because they're not doing main event things right now, but they're,
Right.
I mean,
They're
Rhea
the mini
is
main
for the
event.
women's division. Yeah, correct, correct. Let's throw them there. They could be in the IC title shot. Why not? Drew McIntyre should be in the fucking IC title. Like him and Gunther at Mania, bro, would be heat as a match. And what the funny part about it is, it would be two big men going for the little man title.
Right. Yeah, I think they would put on a good show too.
Correct, bro. Maybe not a ladder match, but what if they did like a lumberjack match, like maybe like an old school kind of false count anywhere, fucking
Nah, give me
whatever,
a
bro. Make it interesting.
give me a fucking fatal four-way TLC. That's the way
Who you
it's
throwing
got to
in
be.
there? Sammy and who else?
So we'll do Sammy. Um, honestly, right now, I would honestly probably put Cody in there too.
Wow, bro,
Um,
he's facing this guy at Mania though.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why? Who do you think's facing Roman at fucking Mania,
I
bro?
don't
Punk?
know, dude. Like, I kind of feel like, especially with Orton coming back and the way they're playing him, like going after Roman right now, it's
He was
kind
a good
of,
IC champion too. Let's not forget that.
yeah. But
He was the youngest world champion. But he was a good IC champion too.
my other thing too, though, is you got to do something with LA Knight at some fucking point too, because
See,
he's still fucking
see.
popping, and it's like, dude, w- even if they gave him the U.S. title, not good enough, not fucking good enough. This dude
No,
has been selling out arenas for the past, what, 6 months, maybe even a little bit longer than
but they
that.
cooled him off. They let him get clean pinned in the
Well, I
middle of the ring.
know,
They
and that's what I
cooled that
said to you
motherfucker.
the other
Which I was
day.
like, motherfucker.
They're giving him these little stupid fucking spots. Um,
They
you
real
know,
baby face bullshit. They're fucking
yeah,
feeding him
like, oh,
with.
I'm gonna come save the day. I mean, up until last
Right.
week. Last week, I believe, it was him and Randy Orton against the Usos. Yeah, it was the tag team match. Which that was a good one, until AJ Styles came back and um, basically took a cheap shot at LA Knight. So we're going to start that feud as well. But moving back onto Raw before we get super sidetracked. Um, the
I
next thing
know I'm
we had,
talking shit, right? I'm talking crazy. I had a few. Sorry.
the the next thing that happened, we had Shinsuke Nakamura in the ring reading the American Nightmare Before Christmas. Uh,
Interesting.
it was funny. Again, it doesn't make sense. At one point, Shinsuke told Cody that his dad wasn't inbred. Um, it was just real
Don't
campy
fucking
shit.
play with me, bro.
But I still don't like this feud. I think it doesn't go any further than the Rumble. So, but they shouldn't be doing this in the first place because, like I said, with Shinsuke too, he would make the great IC champion again. He was a champion for a while, and it still meant something for a little bit. At first. I mean, it did for a little bit, and then,
No, I
after
know.
a
Not him
year and a
being the
half that he
champion, just
had it.
him. Not him being the champion, just him as the IC champion. I just like. There's so many other good guys. Like I'd like to see AJ Styles go down there and grab that fucking belt, bro. If you're not
That
going to
would
be
be
the
nice.
guy right now, you're not going to be the main guy. He's not going to be in the conversation with Roman, Cody, Punk, Seth. Okay,
Right.
so go back and work the fucking IC title, like him and Gunther at Mania. Imagine AJ Styles and Gunther at Mania in the ladder match, bro.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Fuck it, it would be just what we love coming up.
Yeah. Well, man.
And I want that old belt back too. I want the original IC title back.
Yeah, give it back to us, Paul.
Yeah, correct.
The one they
Fuck
have
that.
now, like, I just remember when they did the
man.
unveiling of it, and I was like, no way, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
correct. They butchered it, bro. They butchered it.
yeah, I don't
Anyway,
like it
all
either.
right.
But speaking of champions, we did have the WWE Women's Tag Team title match on Raw. It was Piper Niven and Chelsea Green facing Katana Chance and Caden Carter. We kind of
And
touched
they
on this.
lost, right?
Yeah, we touched on this last week when I was saying, I think Caden Carter and Katana Chance could end up, making a run in the tag division, and they did. It was a hell of a match. Couple high spots. It was it was everything you needed it to be. But yeah, man, what do you think about Katana Chance and Caden Carter? Do you think they're going to hold the titles for a little while, or do you see
Probably not.
them getting it? Yeah, that's kind of what I was
No,
leading
probably not.
into. Um,
It's a moment. It was a moment for Raw. And the women's tag team championships, like we've both said on many occasions throughout this first season, was dog shit. We had nothing to say about it. It was Chelsea Green, Piper Niven. It was all right, but they didn't book them properly. So, all right, change the title for now, a few weeks, let's make it relevant again by Rumble, and we'll call it. So we were dead on about that one, bro.
yeah, we'll see. Right after that, we did have a filler match. Don't want to spend too much time on this. It's Ivar and Akira Tozawa. Ivar obviously ended up picking up the win, squash match. Um, then after that, we had Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins in the ring, had a little altercation. They're on the card for day one for the heavyweight championship on Raw. Apparently, Drew McIntyre injured Seth. I think we're going into yet another Seth Rollins injury angle into a championship match, which I don't know how much longer they can do this. Like, this dude has been injured so much that he shouldn't even be alive anymore at this point.
I'm toast.
Do you think that this is going to hold any weight? Do you think maybe we get a title change before the Royal Rumble? And then, they can kind of set up a Seth Rollins, CM Punk without the title having to change hands?
I think when Seth Rollins loses his belt, it's going to be because of an injury. And I think that that's going to be the story, him leaving, and it's going to be the story about him coming back. I think he's been the constant for a very, very long time. And I think that if and when he loses his belt at Mania, I think he's going to take a good 6, 8, 9 months off, maybe enjoy time with his kid, enjoy time with Becky Lynch, whatever he wants to do, fucking rehab. But I think we need time to miss the Seth Rollins character. And I think because he's been a constant for 3 or 4 years, fucking Monday Night Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, always recreating himself, a great
Right.
fucking character. But it's going to be because he needs to rest his body, bro. And I think he should. 100%. There's nothing wrong with him dropping the belt to Punk at Mania, coming back maybe Survivor Series, or even like beginning of next year, like Rumble season next year, a surprise entrant. Now all of a sudden Punk's the champion. I'm not losing, bro. I can't. Nobody's here ready for me. Here comes fucking Seth Rollins, and everyone's like, yes, bro.
Biggest pop on the face of the fucking planet if that happens.
Him out for 9 months, bro, and that music hits. Come on, Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. I know that most people that don't like CM Punk will, they'll tell you like, there's a lot of guys here that have put in the time, that are in that line, and now he's kind of getting to skip over all of them. And for a while,
But who really was in the line though? When you think about the line, what's the line? Yes, Jey Uso, which I don't mind him. What about Jey Uso going to get one of the other titles? Like, he hasn't really had a singles title yet. He's going to go from no singles titles to the main one. Like,
and especially like you make Jey Uso the one that beats Gunther.
Oh, bro. Oh, wow. Yeet. Fucking mint, Kenny. Mint. Good call, brother. Yeet. Yeet.
Yeah, that would not be a bad idea either. But like, honestly, I would like to see Sami Zayn with the big one. I
Romans?
think no, with Rollins' belt. I would like to see him.
Oh, the bigger Rollins title, like the old WCW style.
Yeah, I want Sammy to have a championship run. Not that I think it would last very long, but I think he deserves it out of all the work that he's put in. His match with Roman was great. He's got great in ring skill. So for me, I don't care that CM Punk is gonna win the title eventually, but I don't want it to last very long. I want it to be.
What about a Punk Sami Zayn feud? Think about the mic skills on that fucking feud.
I could deal with that as long as Sammy got the
Deal with it,
win.
bro. What's no. Sammy Punk. Like
No, that's what
both
I'm
of them on the
saying.
microphone, they're very similar, bro.
Yeah.
Their mic skills are heaty. I
Well,
know a lot of people feel this way about Punk, like, oh, CM Punk, but when this guy grabs the fucking mic, bro, his promos are heat, and it's him. It's the same fucking guy every time. It's no like you could tell it's not scripted. It's not guys out there fucking doing it, and I think we don't see a lot of that anymore either. I think him and Sami Zayn, because I don't think Sami Zayn's scripted either. I think Sami Zayn's allowed to go out there and say whatever the fuck he wants. That'd be
God, I
so
hope
dope.
so.
You fucking left here. I've been here grinding to get this title. You came in here fucking off nothing. Fucking came in, got it. Yeah, it's cool. I'm gonna take it from you.
Fantastic.
Correct. Shit, Ken.
And then moving on to the next segment in
Tonight's
Raw.
preview.
Yeah, we had Jey Uso. Well, actually, let's start it at the beginning. Kofi Kingston came out to the ring dressed as Santa Claus. It was their holiday episode. Imperium comes to the ring, starts attacking Kofi, and then Jey Uso interrupts and saves Kofi. Right after that, they kind of segued into Jey Uso against Ludwig Kaiser. How did you feel about this one? What are your thoughts on Kaiser and Uso? Do you think that
I think they're trying to give Jey Uso matches to make him shine. And I think they had someone that was like, yo, I'm not really getting too much like wrestling time anyway. Let me fucking come in even in a singles match and
yeah, kind of build him up for his IC
yeah,
run?
100%.
It all makes sense. But the other thing too that I was going to say is I think Kaiser, as weird as I think he is, as far as a character, he's good in the ring. I think he could easily, have a little bit of a run with the either the U.S. title or the IC for a little bit, as long as Gunther's not the champion, because I don't think he really ruined that faction that they have going. But he's actually been surprising me. He's getting better every week. So I think, even in their tag team matches, they're entertaining. So I'm kind of happy with they're starting to build that tag team division back up a little bit. So very
That's
excited to see where they go with it.
good.
Kind of segueing off of that into the tag team division, we had the Judgment Day and the Creed brothers for the tag team titles. We were talking about this earlier, and you said that it was an absolute disappointment that they had the Creed brothers on cable and not a PLE. And I agree with you. These guys are fantastic in the ring. The match was great. Everything about them, their storytelling in the match. I think that even though they didn't get the win, as we talked about earlier, I think they're going to be a name in this division for a while. What are your thoughts on the Creed brothers, and what did you think about the match?
I think the Creed brothers, I didn't really pay too much attention to until you started like speaking about them on the pod. Once you started saying like, which we don't really spend too much time on because number one, we couldn't and we shouldn't, the tag team division. But I think, I don't know, bro. I think that the Creed brothers shouldn't have been on live TV with fucking the champions until at least one of the major PLEs.
Right, kind of
For my
build
own
them
take
up.
on it. Yeah, bro. Like, where's the feud with them? Like, without wrestling, like everything needs to be about the match, bro. And if we're gonna give the match away, it's like almost like they say like, why would you buy the cow if you already got the milk,
Right.
bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? I won't lie to you, Kenny. That's how I feel about a lot of shit when it comes to like below the main event level. It's like they're just giving away the milk. There's no, fuck the rest of the cow.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you too. We've kind of went back and forth on this multiple times, even before the pod, that half the time none of this shit makes sense. So it's like, the writers either kind of beat around the bush and take you down 8 different lanes that don't make sense, or, you get something 3 weeks too early. Um,
3 months too early.
well,
We watched LA Knight face Roman
yep.
Reigns at fucking Crown Jewel. And as much as I was like, I'm always a Roman, you know me, bro, I'm a Roman guy. I was there throughout the Suckering Succotash and all that. Jenny will tell
Mm,
you, I've fucking been there. I'm a Roman guy. I was happy that he got his opportunity to be heel, which they should have did years earlier. And then he had a
yes.
great run with it. That's fair play. But LA Knight, at that point, why would you serve him up to that? Like, there was so many other people that could have taken a fucking L to Roman Reigns right now. LA Knight had
Hmm.
no business being in that ring with him that night. And I think
No.
it killed his buzz, his hype. I don't know whether. Sometimes these
Still
guys talk
trying
a
to
lot
build him back.
backstage too, Kenny. Sometimes they talk a lot backstage, bro. So maybe, Vince would be like, cool this guy off, bro. He thinks he's the man. Da, da, da. I could see the
Yeah.
politics behind all of it. I could see how guys used to get held back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially, you get that many fucking egos around, and there's got to be the one big ego in Vince. So anytime you got somebody that's like, oh, I'm bigger than the company, you got to kind of let them know they're not. But we
See what
don't
I'm
really.
saying?
I mean, I get it, and
I'm
I'm
watching Vince and Sable on the couch right now.
s-
No, like I'll take a picture and send to you. Like you remember the old days?
yeah,
Vince doing a segment with Sable. Fucking can't even help himself, bro. This fucking guy.
fucking guy. Yeah, let's move on. So, as you guys all know, we are recording on Friday, instead of our usual Saturday, Sunday kind of a model with the holidays and everything. So instead of doing a SmackDown review, we're going to go ahead and just preview SmackDown tonight. Kind of, give you our thoughts on where we think this show is going to go. Let's just start out really quickly. We have a Holiday Havoc 8-woman tag team match. Um, Looks like it is going to be Shotzi, Bianca, Michin, and Zelina Vega against
Damage control.
Damage Control. Again, I don't know what the entire point of this whole thing is. I know it's going to lead into a Bailey change. Um, Obviously, these girls are going to end up kicking the shit out of Bailey at some point.
What kind of
But
change though? Like Bailey back to the flailing arms? Are you think
I,
we're gonna see?
I
Are we
don't.
gonna get her like back to being Bailey for a minute?
I don't know that it's going to go that far now that she's 10 years older. But
Karen. Yeah.
I can easily see them kind of, pivoting from her heel role, and putting her into a different spot. Maybe have a little bit of a face run for a while. I mean, she's been a fucking heel for what, 5, 6 years now. So maybe she wants to change a little bit. Maybe the WWE wants her to change it a little bit. But to me, I don't need to see these 9 women every week for a Bailey change. So it doesn't make sense to me. The storyline's just kind of going on, and it doesn't look like there's really going to be any kind of a resolution as far as the teams go. Um, what are your thoughts on this? Like, what do you think could possibly be the payoff?
I think you nailed it. Bailey's gonna split off. And then I look at the other 4 women, kind of like verse the 4 women that are in the photo without Bailey. I think she's gonna split off, bro. And she deserves a title shot. She should be at Mania.
Yeah, I agree.
Not for nothing. I mean, the fucking bro. When I look at like Shotzi, mm, she's like close, bro. Like the people like her. I see like Selena Vega. She's a fan favorite too.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't really see the rest of them being main event. But other than Asuka, I mean, Asuka's just that's who she is, bro. She'll always be like a main event player. I just don't
Always.
see the rest of them being main event. Like we need like a women's IC title.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that they haven't put something in like that because especially, they gave them tag titles. Like there's a tag titles women's division, like we didn't have that, so why not just give a mid-tier belt that way, some of these lower card people, like yeah, they're talented, but a lot of them don't have a shot at ever being the champion. So, I mean, I think that's a great fucking idea.
Yeah. I mean, I see Bianca up there. I mean, she's just kind of in it for the name value. Bianca,
Yeah,
Asuka,
draw the
Bailey.
eyes.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, Shotzi will be main event in not even a few years. Mark my words. She will be fucking main event.
Oh,
Just
I
her
think so.
image, bro. Her look,
Thousand
like the
percent.
way that the company's behind her. Like, who's this other one in the pink over here in the corner?
In the
The
pink.
um, is that Carrie Sane? Carrie
Yeah.
Sane, no, that's the
Oh no, Dakota
she's like a
Kai.
aha. They're gonna push her too. Like Dakota Kai and Shotzi is gonna be a main event match within
Oh
like a
yeah,
year or two, not even
I could see it for
on
sure.
fucking PLE, bro. Like real deal shit.
Yeah, I don't think it'll. I don't think it would be like WrestleMania quality at all, but I could definitely
No,
see it being like a
no.
SummerSlam.
Yep, for the title. And then there's a lot of good people coming up in NXT too.
Yes.
I've
Yeah.
been watching that a little bit more lately, the NXT, like because I kind of want to know. I could see how things gonna get booked, and when I see how they get booked in NXT, it's like nice, bro. It's like refreshing. It's
Right.
the old days.
Yeah, and that's the thing, though. I just don't have enough time to watch all three each week, so I kind of cut NXT out. But I will say the times that I have watched it, booking has been great. Lot of good talent that should be coming up soon. So, like we said before, I think this the roster that WWE has now is one of the deepest they've ever had, and it's only going to continue to get better. So, very excited about it.
Dangerous, brother. Very
Very.
dangerous from top to bottom.
Yes. And
You
then
know,
next up,
what else
speaking
we
of
got?
NXT, we have the NXT North American champion Dragon Lee putting his title on the line against Butch.
I like this.
I do too. I think it's going to
I like
be
this.
Butch is starting to grow on me a little bit. I wasn't really a fan. Especially I believe he came up through NXT UK, correct?
Yes, and he was
Yes.
the NXT UK champion for a minute. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, and
Tracer for all the fucking followers and everyone
I was
listening.
still
Your
kind
boy had a
of
few.
I was still kind of in and out of wrestling back when they had the NXT UK. So I don't really have like a lot of background on this guy, but I love Dragon Lee. I think he's been performing a lot of very good matches lately, so I don't see the title changing hands. But again,
Nope.
I'm not an NXT guy, so I could be completely wrong, and I'm usually wrong when I
Bro,
make
you
picks
called
on this
him
show.
winning. You called him winning a title. Like I want to say it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago on this pod. You called him winning the title
Yeah, but
and said he would be great for business and all that. And I was like, all right, no doubt, too. But even so, like a match with Butch, fair play.
a
Like
broken
if he
clock
could take,
is right twice a day.
yeah, I got you. You
That's all
just
I'm
don't feel
saying.
it now.
I don't
Got
know,
you.
man. After it left my mouth, I was like, do
But
I
do you think that
really?
like Butch should have gotten that title?
No, no, I don't. But again,
I
like I said, I don't really know enough about him to kind of make that decision. I'm only going off of what I've seen from Dragon Lee. So
gotcha.
I think he
Well,
takes it.
SmackDown's about to be on in 1 minute, bro.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah,
this going. We're almost
let's
done.
cover the opening of SmackDown, bro.
Next up, though, we have Kevin Owens and Carmelo Hayes fighting
Wow, I
a
can't
U.S.
believe I
title
forgot this.
semifinal match. This one, before they announced Carmelo Hayes was going to be in the match, I thought, well, in the tournament, I thought for sure that, KO was going to make the run. And I still, in the back of my mind, think that. But at the same time, I kind of feel like Carmelo Hayes could easily win this title and join SmackDown. And I think it's about time for him. So that's where I'm kind of in the middle. Do you think Kevin Owens is going to take this one? Do you think they're going to still set it up for him and Logan?
I think they should. I don't know where else the fucking U.S. title goes from this, bro. Like nobody. Who else holds the weight that Kevin Owens does in this whole competition?
I'll agree with that. My only
Who else is
thing
going to
though,
go against Logan Paul the way he will in this whole competition?
I feel like Carmelo Hayes could.
Could, bro, but at Mania,
Nah, I don't see it at Mania. This is isn't this for the Rumble?
I wouldn't even see it at the Rumble. I mean, if someone's going to face Logan Paul for that title at the Rumble, it should be like, mm,
Well, the final four we have Lashley, Santos, Escobar, KO, and
I
Carmelo.
see it now. I mean, let it be fucking Bobby Lashley. Get him out of the fucking way.
No, dude.
Get him out of the way at the Rumble. It gives Logan Paul a chance to beat someone that's like fucking a decent star in the business, in multiple businesses. Even though we don't like him, he's still Bobby Lashley, bro. And if Logan
Yeah.
Paul fucking beats Bobby Lashley, I mean, and then Kevin Owens goes there and smacks him at Mania, it's just, bro, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with it, I guess, as long as it's a situation where Bobby Lashley's not going to win because I don't need him on the microphone anymore. I don't
No, we're not going
need
to
to
listen
see
to
him
him.
with another title for a while.
We got SmackDown playing.
Yep, I just turned it on. So then let me ask you this. Next up, we had Bobby Lashley, Santos Escobar. So do you think Lashley's going to beat Santos, or do you think? See, this is my thing, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense. There were so many storylines going on, and now like none of them fucking matter because they're all going after the U.S. title. So, what do you think about this one? Do you think Lashley's going to pull out the win?
I hope not. I hope Santos gets it. Let Bobby Lashley come back like next summer, bro. Like there's so many spots available for things. I mean, what is he gonna do? He's gonna go for. I mean, him and Logan at Mania wouldn't be miserable, bro. But it's just like not. If you give me the option of Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul, promo wise, in match wise, everything wise, I take fine Kevin Owens all day, bro.
Yeah, I mean, see, for me, it's like if you're not going to do anything with LA Knight, he should have been in this tournament. The
Yes,
fact that
that means that good shit's coming for him.
well, here's my thing though. My logic is, are we not getting him now because this is for the Royal Rumble, and are we setting him up for a U.S. title shot at Mania? Because the dude has to be in at Mania somewhere. So where else does he fit if it's not going to be for the championship? Because let's be real, he's not getting a heavyweight championship from this standpoint right now at Mania.
True.
So it just none of this kind of makes sense to me. They're kind of killing the U.S. title for me, and it kind of sucks because that was one of my favorite titles too. Like back when Cena had the spinner and shit, that was dope.
Bro, is Solo in the competition for the US?
No,
Why not?
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that the random people they kind of threw together. And there's a lot of people that
AJ Styles versus Solo Sikoa. Solo should have been in the tournament for the US title. Bar none. Him and Kevin Owens should have been the final two. You could have had them in a fire match on Raw to decide who goes to face for the US title for Logan Paul at Royal Rumble. They didn't fucking play it right, bro.
Yeah, none of it makes sense, dude. They're dropping the ball with and this is the other thing too that I'm kind of confused about, because now that I'm looking at tonight's main event, or maybe it's the opener, I don't know, because AJ's coming out right now. Nah, he's in plain clothes. The main event tonight is Solo against AJ, but at the end of SmackDown, you had AJ attack LA Knight. So it's like,
Who is he? What's
what
he gonna
fucking
do?
angle are we running here?
Yeah.
And then it's like, no LA Knight on the card tonight as of right now. He's probably going to end up making an appearance. during
Of
this match. But here's
course.
my
You think
thing:
AJ
does he
Styles is
just?
gonna win this match?
But he's already been beefing with Solo too, so it doesn't make sense. Like, is he gonna just come out and try to beat the shit out of both of them? Like,
I mean, I
it's.
think Solo should have been in this fucking tournament, bro. They wasted an opportunity for Solo.
I agree, especially because they're doing the whole Judgment Day, or I mean the Bloodline. They're still doing it, and it's getting old. It's starting to get a little sour. They really dropped the ball on it. I imagine it's gonna pick back up going into Mania season.
Of
I
course. Of course.
definitely gonna give him more of that pop and everything like that. So we'll see where it goes, man. I just hope they fucking just get him into something that matters.
Correct. I agree.
All right.
How do you feel? Hold on. Before we go, we still have to do hot takes.
That's what I was
This
gonna
is
say. I
season
was gonna
finale, bro.
segue
Yeah,
into.
season finale, bro.
Yeah, you think I'm
Also,
gonna?
how do you? I got one question for you. How do you
Yes.
feel about managers being back on the programs?
Um, I'm here for it. I feel like it adds a little bit more of dynamic to the show where, anything can kind of happen. Um, I was always a fan of it when I was a kid, like when they brought Bischoff back and Kurt Angle for a while. I like it.
Yeah. Alright.
What about you?
Fair play. I don't know. I was seeing them on the TV the last few weeks, and like as we've been watching it, Brock Lesnar, the guy straight away on the last segment, fucking minty. I've been seeing them on TV, and I'm like, all right, it's a great. I feel like we were saying this a few months ago. We were like, where's the authority angle? Where's the like Vince
Hmm.
Hogan angle? Like, where's everything? So I like it. I don't like AJ Styles being a cunt motherfucker though. I won't lie to you. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's
His
like a little
character needs to
bitch
be.
right now.
He's fucking development a little bit. But either way, bro, let's fucking roll. Hot takes of the week. We're gonna do a
Hot
little
takes of
countdown.
the season.
There you go. Oh shit. Settlement. All right. Say that again.
The hot takes of the season. Coming up. All right, this is our hot takes of the week. I'm gonna go first on this one as I'm looking at SmackDown. I think Carmelo's gonna beat KO. I don't know why. I feel like just for some reason to put him in this and try to elevate him further than NXT. To me, it just seems like that's the direction they're gonna go. Like I said, I'm always fucking wrong, but that's what I'm feeling right now. What about you?
Are we staying with like short term predictions?
No, no, it
Yeah,
can
like in
be
Mania season, bro. I'm ready.
it.
Like I'm ready for
Yeah,
I'm ready for season 2 of the Heels Forever podcast. That's what I'm ready for. Like when we're
yes,
on video, bro, like in a few weeks at the Rumble. I want everyone to be excited about what's going on in this.
yeah, and maybe we
I, Ryan,
we can look into doing like a live stream or something on YouTube. Um, you know,
we
doing
can
like
absolutely.
a
We
live
could do a live
episode.
stream no matter what. We could do a live reaction no matter what. Whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on a site that we want to do it on, or ourheelsforever.com, we could do a live broadcast. We'll see.
Yeah,
It's obviously,
it's a
but
work in progress.
yes, bro.
And thank you all for
Um,
being along on the ride.
there you go. Yeah. Do you have any notes? Anything you want to say about season 1 of Heels Forever podcast?
Um, the biggest takeaway is this has definitely been a learning experience, especially, I don't want to say that I do a lot of research for the show because, we definitely play it on the fly, which sometimes it's hard because, we don't have a lot of time to really put into the show with our jobs and everything else that's going on. But thank you to everyone who's actually taken the time to listen to the show. Very appreciative. Season one has been great for me. I've listened to a couple of the episodes back, and I'm pretty excited. I feel like we're getting better and better as we go. So I'm ready for season two. I'm ready to get some video going. I'm ready to have some more interaction with the fans and everything like that. So yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm set, ready to go. What about you?
I feel great, Kenny. We did well, brother.
Yes.
7 episodes, season finale, Heels Forever podcast. We covered a great stretch of WWE, which is what we wanted to do. And now with the video coming and a lot of other things coming too for the podcast, it's a great way to close it out. I think we have great things on the horizon for WWE going forward into 2024. A lot of great returns at the end of the year. I don't know, man. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait to see you at the Rumble party for the
Yes.
live video and
I'm
with Stefan
hyped.
doing the whole thing and, you know, real Rogan style. We're going to be in here.
Yeah, we just gotta make sure Stefan gets my good side.
Yeah, he'll be fine, bro. We'll place it however. But I got the cases coming. We're going to have the belts all over the place. It's going to be everything you guys want in a podcast as a listener. So this is Brody James.
And I'm
My
Kenny
host,
Edelman.
co-host. Yes. Say that again.
And I'm Kenny Edelman.
Yes. And
Thank you very much for listening. We will see you next season. Couple weeks, ladies and gentlemen.
Time to play. Time to play the game.